one dance, baby. That one dance.
Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're keeping safe back at home. It's another Mentorship Monday and my name is Mukami. We have had about 10 sessions on mentorship, and for me, I don't want to introduce a new skill. I want us to take stock. When you look at a lot of documents and a lot of articles, everybody is speaking about mentors and speaking to mentors. But I wonder who is speaking to the mentees. Today I want to speak to you as a mentee. What is your role in a mentorship relationship? Like I said, mentorship is a relationship. So it is two-way, it's two-directional. So when I look at the past Mondays, we have been getting out videos and books and motivations to the mentors to the mentees from the mentors. But I was wondering, what are the mentees doing about it? Are we reading? Are we responding? Are we taking action? And today I just want to talk briefly on your role as a mentee. One of your role is to commit. You have committed into this relationship. And I think the mentors are doing quite a bit on their part, because every Monday there's something coming out from the mentors to the mentees. Unfortunately, we are not able to tell how the mentees are doing because of COVID, and the meetings have been suspended. But I wanted to find out, how are you responding? How are you committed to this mentorship? When I look at most videos, the comments are from mentors, or well done, beautiful content, and I keep wondering, are the mentees watching and listening? What is your level of commitment to this mentorship relationship? I hope you're reading, and even if you don't say anything, I hope you are doing something about it. I want to just review the topics that have been covered this far. The first one by Pastor Harry was about books you could read. We are now into the 100th day of the COVID role, and of the COVID break. And she gave about 3 examples of books you could read: a mentorship book, a spiritual book, among other things. So which book have you read in those 100 days? I don't know. And then after that, Linda Schumer talked about DIY, things you could do at home creatively. Have you picked up any creative thing that you're doing? And after that, we were taught about homeschooling, we were taught about virtual meetings, we were taught about physical fitness. I'm wondering if you have taken up a sport, if you're doing some exercise. What are you doing where you're on this break? It calls for a change, and change is difficult. But every Monday, as you get new skills, we have also been talked about IT skills that we could take up when we are on a break. Have you taken up any course? Have you done any additional skill that could increase your employability, or just increase your efficiency at school, or just made you a better cook? What have you taken up as a change in this mentorship role? So commitment is a key component of mentorship, a role of the mentee on the other side. There is something that is called mentor ability. What's your ability to be mentored? Are you willing to be mentored? Are you taking up mentorship? Because when all this content goes out, then you must commit to action when you are mentored on something. We also look at vulnerability. Are you vulnerable to these things that are coming your way? There are things that are speaking into your life and you feel, this really touch on what I do. Like if somebody says about discipline, you must be disciplined the times you wake up, the things you do around home, around your time. Are you willing to be vulnerable to change? And are you willing to then take up a new routine? So again, a mentee has to be vulnerable to the mentor and also to the entire mentorship relationship. The other thing is feedback. Feedback from you as a mentee to the mentors. We could be doing all these things as mentors, but it probably is not hitting exactly what you want. There's content you want to come your way, but you're not getting it. That can only be feedback from you. So you tell Pastor Harry, we've done so many topics, but I think these are the things we'd like to be hearing from the mentors, not necessarily the things they are talking about. We have been taught about money matters. We have been taught about many other things, but you still feel there's something you want to hear spoken about and it has not come through. That can only be done from your feedback. So you as a mentee, are you giving feedback into this mentorship relationship, because we want to hear from you. When I look at the clips that go out, most of the feedback comes from mentors to mentors, not necessarily from the mentees. So we want to hear from you. We want to hear, are these topics helping you? Is this content suitable for you? Would you like to hear something different as opposed to just what we are saying? The other role of a mentee is reciprocity. What are you reciprocating with? For us, we are hoping that you're watching and you're reading and you're following through, and the only way maybe you could reciprocate is by change or just adapting. If there's anything that this COVID has taught us, is that we must be open to change. We must be open-minded. We must be willing to take on new roles. We must be willing to act differently. So you reciprocate to this partnership by taking on new roles, by accepting call to change, by accepting to take on your homework. If there was something that a clip probably recommended, like go read a book, go begin physical fitness, then go and take action on those things. So really, mentorship is a two-way, it's two-directional. You must be willing to be mentored, so that then the mentor is able to offer you the content. And now that we cannot meet physically, there are all these gadgets, there are all these platforms. You could give your feedback to the pastor, or you could just give your feedback directly onto the content that is given. So we must step up as the mentees, because there is also what we call reverse mentorship. Unfortunately, the mentorship pairing and the kind of content is mainly coming from the older generation to you, the young people. But there is also the reverse mentorship, where the youth mentor the older people, because there is a lot of things that you guys know that we don't know. Digitally, you're reading a lot, you're experimenting a lot, you're experiencing a lot. We'd like to be mentored by you. So there is that reversed mentorship. So the role of a mentee in a relationship is wide. Unfortunately, when you Google or you get books, you will just hear and read about the role of a mentor, the role of mentorship, the benefits of mentoring, and you'll find very little content on the role of a mentee. But in my opinion, because mentorship is measured by how the mentee has responded and how the mentee has changed, the role of the mentee is more important than even the role of a mentor. So take up your role. Let us hear how these 3 months have impacted you. Let us hear how this content is changing you, because we will not measure this program from the mentor's perspective. Mentors may not change much. We can measure by the number of clips that go out every month. But really what is important is how much you have been helped. You know, in some mentorship relationships, you mentor somebody and unfortunately it goes bad. You don't get the results you were expecting. And you almost want to say, please never tell anybody I was your mentor, because it really turned out nasty. But the only way you can reciprocate and give back to this mentorship program is if you take action, is if when we come back from COVID, we are hearing of all these initiatives, we are hearing of all these innovations, we are hearing of all this change of mind and renewed energy in the St. Peter's youth and all the people that have been mentored, then we will know as the mentors that at least it was being taken up and the call to action was taken. So we will continue to do Mentorship Mondays, but it is important that we get to know and to hear for you as a mentee. Is this working? Is it bearing fruit? Are you getting helped? Is there more that you would like to get from us? Then we will be able to plow that back into the mentorship program and make it better. So please keep safe, keep reading, keep innovating, and let's see you on the other side of COVID-19.